We gotta go, Harrison. Hurry up.
Come on!
Welcome to the 29th episode of the Dragon Master campaign. My name is Harrison Weiss, and I am your Dungeon Master.
He's gonna kill us.
As Clark just said, I'm going to kill you. So let's have that conversation really quick. I wanted to talk about that already, so that was a perfect transition. Thank you. So,
Great.
Now that we're 29 episodes into the podcast, at some point, your characters are going to continually lose their plot armor. And I know previously I talked with somebody about them wanting to burn down the school and have themselves burned down inside of it. And that wasn't allowed because I wanted their character to continue in the campaign and not die. So that, and that's going to start to slowly fade off. I am not going to be afraid to kill off any and all of you by the end of the podcast.
Wow.
Probably not yet. So you shouldn't die today. But
That's
really now.
I thought we were better than that.
let's just keep that in mind.
that's good. That takes the pressure off.
Yes, perfect. So
Why did Loaf want to burn down the school?
Why would you
How do you
think
know
it's
it was
me?
Loaf?
Loaf is one. First of all, he's the paradigm of goodness.
Will, the first thing David says, we're like, why would you assume? How dare you?
How could you possibly assume it's Loaf? He's the most moralistic and he's the paradigm of goodness in that realm. Okay? Anyway, go on, Harrison.
this is a bedtime story with Bazine. Once upon a time, in a mystical land where dragons soared through the skies and ancient forests whispered secrets, a young and adventurous dragon named Ignatius, known for his fiery breath and bold spirit, with curiosity that burned within him, decided to embark on a perilous journey through the Golgari fastlands. As Ignatius descended into the mystical forest, the air thickened with magic, and the trees seemed to whisper warnings. The beasts of the temple, aware of the dragon's approach, devised a plan to defend their home. As Ignatius approached the heart of the grove, where he found the Gitrog stone, found himself ensnared in the sticky silk threads of the spiderwebs. The spiders descended from above, their glowing eyes fixed on the intruder. In a synchronized dance, the spiders encircled Ignatius. Their venomous fangs gleaming in the dim light, Ignatius, initially confident in his strength, felt a twinge of doubt as the spiders closed in. With swift precision, the lead spider lunged forward, sinking its fangs into the dragon's thick scales. As Ignatius succumbed to the venom, the spiders retreated to their webs, leaving the fallen dragon in the heart of the enchanted grove. For on this day, he chose to activate the stone's power. His size quadrupled, his flesh tore, and he became the Gitrog Monster. Not the first one, and most certainly not the last. For the Gitrog Monster will always seize another victim. Good night, son. Sleep well. In the last episode, you guys went into the forest temple. You guys solved the poop puzzle. And then the hole in the center of the area wrapped itself downward so that it became a staircase towards the bottom of the tree, where you guys know the Gitrog Monster is lurking, ready to fight, and you guys have been quested to kill that thing and take its head back to Count Deku. So that's currently where we're going to pick back up.
We have to take the head back to Deku? Isn't that a big dragon?
It's a pretty massive dragon, yeah.
It's going to be so heavy.
We're also back in the phase where if you're cursing, it's going to get edited out, so heads up.
Aw, poo.
Is crud an allowable word?
I don't give a diddly squat about your terms of service.
So we're going down the stairs, right?
Okay.
Yes, we are.
Cool.
Let's do this, y'all.
You guys want to start walking down the stairs?
Yes.
So you had the circle, right? The lands on the outside of the circle slowly created a spiraling inward staircase. So a lot of the tree area is now, like the base of that tree is now just one enormous staircase. You guys seem to have lost vision of the dragon. The dragon is not at the center bottom like it was earlier when you dropped down an item. What did y'all drop in? A torch?
It was a torch. It was a stick that we lit on fire.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's one of my iffy wood-tipped arrows.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are starting to descend into the darkness, and the main thing that you hear in the background is this deep humming, and it is slowly changing tones. You guys seem to be approaching the bottom of the stairs, where you could now jump off. It's about 10 feet downward. All of the spiders have seemed to disappear
Okay.
and not be anywhere on the staircase. Still smells like poo, like straight poo, but you are in the center of this room, about 10 feet off of the grounds, and you can jump off at this point.
Oh, there's just a hole that we can jump into,
Correct.
basically. Okay. I mean, we got to get that head, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is what we have to do.
Ace, you want to jump first?
I think that's a great idea.
You know what? You guys can lead here.
Oh.
Hmm.
Okay.
Sound scared.
Scared of what?
Scared of
scared of
10 feet?
monster?
The monster. Yeah, 10 feet. It's a 10-foot drop. It's pretty far down there, but you seem agile enough.
Do
I
a
don't
flip.
even know what we're here for, guys.
Yes, you do. I'm just gonna jump down.
Okay, you jump down and you
Art's
land.
gonna follow Yori too.
Okay, and then Art jumps down and he lands as well.
I just stand there with my hands in my pockets. Yeah, I'll come down in a moment once you kind of look around a little bit.
Okay, and then does Ace want to follow?
Ace follows.
Okay, so the three of you are on the ground here in the center of this large room. The key things that you see is on the ground, there's like a mist that's about 5 to 6 inches off the ground. It's pretty thick. The ground is solid stone, but there is that slight, just like misty clouds all over the ground, all across the room. There are 5 large pillars of stone that are spread throughout the room.
Do the pillars go all the way to the ceiling, or are they like topped?
The pillars go all the way to the ceiling. You're in like a 10-foot tall room. It's a very, very large room.
It's a large.
I'm not going
room,
to count
but-
these
okay.
squares, but it is probably 300 by 100 square feet.
Oh wow. Okay.
And
Really big.
and there are tons of spider webs everywhere where you see a pillar of stone at the top where it connects it to the ceiling. There's spider webs all the way around. On the walls, there's spider webs. There's also rocks all over the place. Go ahead and roll perception, and I might be able to tell you more of what you see. All 3 of you.
That's a 16.
I'm just sitting on the ledge, just watching. How far out are they? Are they within my sight or no? Like how?
They're still
100
within your
feet?
sight, yeah.
10 feet.
Okay.
They're directly below you currently.
Okay.
I got a 13. I think David said he got a 16.
Okay.
Yes.
I have
16.
a 20. Hey.
Ooh.
Ooh.
With a 20, on the top center pillar, you see a small alcove on it that kind of looks like an altar of sorts.
Interesting.
Huh.
It's just like a stone slab about 4 feet tall, 5 feet wide, and you can tell that there's some writing on it or some engravings of some kind on it.
I'm not in the center.
You actually are, you're just 10 feet high.
Yeah, I'm just chilling on the ledge. Just chilling there.
What would you guys like to do?
I'd like to call up to Los and be like, "Hey, it seems to be safe. If you wanna hop down?"
Get your booty down here, homie.
I mean, seems to be, but you know, maybe it's not. How about you guys like look around a little bit more? I'll just watch you guys look around a little bit more.
Are you scared?
I don't like getting killed, so you know.
Yeah. Hey, so Harrison, I have 90 feet of dark vision. I just want to look around and see if I can spot the Gitrog monster.
Sure.
It is dark.
Yes, it is very dark, but all 3 of the people on the ground have dark vision, so they have the ability to perceive things. So the main thing that y'all saw was the altar. You do not currently see the dragon, or any dragons.
Oh, we're gonna have to like light a torch or something for Loaf.
Well, what I'm gonna do is, if we end up getting in the fight, I could do Mind Spike, and then couldn't I just sense
Yeah.
the creature once I'm in its head?
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense.
At least to know its location. I won't be able to see it, but I know where it is, if that makes any sense. And like, I'm just gonna not hop down. I'm gonna chill for a little bit. So, you know.
Sure.
That sounds like a good idea.
Because Loaf 1, that 10-foot ledge, I don't want him to jump off and like sprain his ankle. That'd suck. And then
I might just be invisible to the Gitrog monster.
Why is that?
Umbral sight. It is a part of being a Gloomstalker. So Umbral Sight says you gain dark vision out to a range of 60 feet, plus 30 feet if you already have it, which I do, which is why it's 90. And the last thing it says is, while in darkness, you are invisible to any creature that relies on dark vision to see you in that darkness.
Nice. Okay. Good information. Thank you.
So I'm borderline invisible to pretty much everybody in the party.
Well, not unless if I mind spike you. Oh, there you are.
You could
Yeah.
spike me.
No, I'm
But
not.
what I'm saying is I would like to go around, try to do some stealthing around to see if I can spot the Gitrog Monster.
Which direction would you like to walk?
I would like to go to the right. Art's going to say to the guys, hey, let me kind of check it out. Why don't y'all chill here for a minute, and I'll come back, let you know what I see. So Art's going to creep forward a little bit.
Go ahead and roll investigation for me.
All right.
While he's doing that, can I also look at the engravings on the altar?
Yes, go ahead and roll investigation as well.
I got a 9.
With a 9, you find a large 6-inch diameter ball of poo.
Yes.
Cool.
It's very sturdy. It's got lots of like rocks mixed in. Would you like to pick it up?
What's the terrain like?
It is solid stone with that 5 inches of just like misty stuff where you couldn't see the floor.
I rolled a nat 20 for what that's worth.
Ace also follows Yori over to the altar just to see what is engraved on there.
With Yori's natural 20, he can tell that there's a space on the altar that looks like it's missing pieces. It looks like it's missing 5 1 foot by 6 inches tablets of like stone.
Okay.
Gross.
Gross. Why gross?
Your piece of poop is 6 inches, right?
Oh, you're right. Crap. Okay.
Quite literally.
Art is going to pick up the piece of poo, investigate it, and say, Yori, do you know what to do with this?
When you lift it up and point it towards Yori, it starts to shake around a little bit,
Ooh.
and you can feel it moving.
Yori, it likes you.
I think you should drop that.
Art brings it over to Yori.
Is it doing anything other than just wiggling?
It's just wiggling at the moment.
It likes you. Look. Art points the poo to the right away from Yori. What happens?
It continues to wiggle.
It continues to wiggle.
Just kind of.
Oh, interesting.
It just kind of keeps moving just a little bit.
Alright, Art points it back towards Yori.
And it starts to, like, crack down the center.
Oh,
God.
Yori, it
Please
really
don't
likes
that.
you, and Art tosses
Please
it
drop
to it.
that. I'm not catching that. I'm dodging. I'm dodging out of the way.
So you step out of the way, and the egg hits the ground and
Egg?
shatters.
Egg.
And there's a small, nasty little baby dragon that crawls out of the mush and kind of squeals. And in that moment, from the right, you hear a loud roar, and you see the Gitrog Monster rapidly approaching you,
Oh, jeez.
flying about 5 feet high. And let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
Jeez.
It's a 18 for me.
I rolled a 9.
If I was sitting up on the ledge, does he see me still at the angle that he's coming?
He probably has not seen you yet.
Okay,
Little surprise attack?
probably.
Cool.
I got 17.
I beat you. I got 18.
13.
So the first turn of combat is Art.
Okay. Art sees the Gitrog Monster coming and goes ahead and tries to shoot him with one of his arrows with a longbow. So,
Okay, make an attack roll.
all right.
So this is your Dread Ambusher first attack.
So it is a 24 to hit.
That wasn't a crit.
No, it was not a crit. It's 15 plus 9.
Whoa. What the?
I do this, roll damage, and then because I hit, I'm able to do a Dread Ambusher attack.
Let me read something really quick. Okay, yes, it hits.
How is what?
What do you mean it hits? It's a 24. All right, that's 12 damage.
Okay.
I roll for Dread Ambusher, see if that hits. That's a 21.
21 also hits.
Here's damage. I rolled my regular damage, 1d12 plus 4.
Okay, plus 4 is your dex.
Exactly. And then I rolled additional d8 dice for Dread Ambusher on top of that,
Perfect.
which I got a 2 from. Now, I have a third attack, because I'm a ranger level 5. So I'm gonna attack again.
Go ahead. This will be your third arrow, right?
This is the third arrow, yes. All right.
That longbow is nice.
27.
What are you rolling?
I get +4 from my dex modifier, +3 from my proficiency bonus, and +2 because I took the archer ranger class. So there's all that. So it's +9 to hit.
That hits as well.
It's 14 damage.
The Gitrog Monster has taken 41 damage.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he did. And I still have a bonus action, Holmes. So for my bonus action, what do I want to do? Gosh, I was too busy doing crazy damage. I forgot to figure this part out. Oh, I didn't cast Hunter's Mark. Dang it!
Oh.
I forgot.
Oh.
That sucks. I would have done so much more damage. Okay, I guess I'll cast Hunter's Mark now.
Yeah.
Cool. So then we pass over to Ace.
Yeah, see what you can do.
Not much.
I did 41 damage on the first turn.
That's pretty good.
Now I'm
Mr.
terrified.
Diamond Hands over there just throwing it up.
Let's go ahead and do another brief description of the Gitrog Monster just really quickly. I do want to show you a picture of what it looks like. This is kind of what you're seeing.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Jesus.
Is it skeletal?
It is skeletal, yes.
Wow. So I'm a dadgum good archer now. Yeah.
Looks terrifying.
If I messing around, no, Art can't hit a treasure chest right in front of him.
You couldn't.
You don't know nothing no more.
You couldn't.
So for the listeners, it is like the skeleton-y, where it still looks like it's alive. It's not just straight skeletons, but it is just a nasty black, large dragon. It is large, so it can carry around 5 to 6 people on its back if it were to try, for like a size reference.
So how do we tame this thing? I'm gonna put my hand out to its nose and see what happens. I'm just kidding.
Sorry, I interrupted EJ. You're up, EJ.
Okay. Well, I don't have any ranged weapons, so I'll close the gap.
You don't have
Okay.
any ranged weapons? I thought you could throw daggers and stuff. Do you not have that stuff?
I can throw daggers, but that doesn't seem practical.
That's fair. Oh, dude, I have a dragon tooth arrow I could use.
Yeah, a little closer though in attack range. So
Finally, somebody else front lines.
I ain't doing that.
Ace, you have approached about 15 feet. What's your plan? Are you wanting to walk all the way up to him and try to attack him?
no, I want to attack as ranged as possible. Which my
Okay.
only recourse is to throw Fafnir out here. Is that allowed?
Your dragon?
Yeah.
Do it, dude.
I wonder if
Throw
we
'em
can,
out
what
there.
if we can catch this dragon? Can we catch this dragon?
It has to be willing to go into the Dragon Ball.
Oh, well, we'll make it willing.
Would you like to release Fafnir?
I would like to release Fafnir. Fafnir, go!
Immediately, you start to hear skitters all across the room. Little feet
Oh,
crawling all towards you.
Jeez.
Oh,
gosh.
God.
the spiders deal a lot of damage to dragons. We definitely knew that.
It is still your turn. You have Fafnir out.
Ace notices all the scurrying around him and just starts stomping everywhere while cueing Fafnir to, let's go with Fire Breath.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's the range on Fafnir's Fire Breath?
It is 40 to 80.
Okay. So go ahead and make the attack roll.
All right, got 18.
18 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
2, 7, got 9. 9 damage. Nice.
9 damage. Let's go.
I'm scared for his safety.
That's exactly why I'm not taking mine out. Is the dragon bloodied or like scarred or anything?
No.
Oh, great.
Ace, still your turn. So you still have your bonus action and your action.
Let's hide.
Okay, so you want to hide right here.
Or take cover. Yeah, not hide. Take cover.
As Art sees Ace start to hide. What are you doing? Hiding? What a loser. Yori, look at this guy.
Just taking cover is what I'm doing here.
What a baby.
Just taking cover.
I'm not the...
Says the guy who's shooting ranged weapons.
That's my whole thing. What do you mean?
I'm not the target of the bullying
From
anymore.
afar.
Yay.
Yori's gonna love Ace.
Are you looking to move behind this pillar?
Yeah, just to peek around the corner, you know, like.
So as you approach the stone pillar, you do see multiple spiders crawling down the pillar towards you, and they're going to move with the Gitrog Monster on his turn.
Oh boy.
Is attacking spiders in action?
Yeah, you can attack a spider.
All right, so I try to take out a spider near myself, Fafnir, and Yori.
Okay, so go ahead and make an attack.
Got a 1. Nice.
Oh, jeez.
A 1
Christ.
whiffs, and your turn is now over. Loaf, it is your turn.
Okay, so where I'm sitting, because it looks like I have walls around me, so I can't see anything, right? Or is there an angle which I can
So
see?
you are currently looking down a hole.
Looking down a hole, so.
You can see almost nothing because you don't have dark vision. You pretty much just see a black hole.
You just hear a bunch of scurrying.
You hear a
And
bunch
a
of
massive
scurrying
dragon.
up above you, and then you hear a large roar from the right. But you can't see anything at the moment.
Okay, let me see what I think I can do, because right now I'm just kind of cowering up there, but I'm not trying to, like, give away my position quite yet, you know? I'm just saying, you know. Let's see, what can I do?
Do you have any buff spells?
I have a lot of, I would say, illusion-like spells. I don't know if I have, like, strictly buffs, but I have, like, hypnotic stuff, and I do have shield, but that's more protects me. And then there's the color spray, which is another flashy. So I have a few flashy moves, if I need to use it. I could summon my dragon, but then those spiders, don't they, like, F up dragons? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to deal with that.
I mean, you don't really like your dragon anyway. You could just
Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, but still.
saying.
And I think it's a legitimate option to just not do anything at the moment.
Yeah, I was kind of like, I mean, that's basically, yeah, I'm just going to wait and see what happens.
You want to maybe ready a firebolt if he goes beneath you? You would then shoot the firebolt?
That, or I was thinking about readying Grease so it could trip. Or is he flying? Did he say he's
He
flying?
is currently flying.
Okay, Grease would not be useful. I'm just going to have a lightning bolt charged.
Okay, so you have readied lightning bolts for when you can see the Gitrog Monster.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah, zippy zap ready.
we're going to have the Gitrog Monster fly towards the party, and he is going to... The only person he can currently see is Art, so he is going to use Fire Breath at Art.
I'm in danger.
He breathes a large green fire breath towards you with a 15 to hit.
That misses, Holmes.
Oh,
Okay.
dang.
Let's go. It's the first time I've ever been missed.
His first attack misses. He is going to then move upward. He is then going to make a large sound. You guys don't know what it is, but it sounds like a large, like, stomach growl.
Guttural.
A guttural sound. And then the spiders from above that are currently bloodthirsty for Fafnir are going to descend down the 10-foot pillar and all look to attack Fafnir.
Oh. Dude, he only has 21 health.
The first spider rolls an 11 to hit.
It hits.
7 damage.
I'm gonna be real honest. I thought you were talking about the Gitrog had 21 health left.
Oh, no.
The next spider is going to bite Fafnir as well
Oh god.
Jesus.
with a 21 to hit.
Oh,
Jeez, that hits.
That's 12 damage.
oh my gosh.
Oh, no.
The third spider is also going to bite, and that is a 5 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay. That's all of those spiders. There are more spiders that spawned on the other pillars, and they're all going to walk towards Fafnir.
You want to return them
gosh.
to your Pokeball.
Why don't you just let him fly into the
Yeah.
air? They can't get to him if he's in the air, right?
I think there's more on the ceiling.
There's web. Isn't there also web? I mean, what if they get caught? What if he gets caught in the supposed web that's everywhere, right? There's spiders.
Okay, and then the Gitrog Monster is going to take a bonus action to hide. So I have a stealth roll for the Gitrog Monster. In order to find him, you have to roll a perception that is higher than his stealth. So,
Gosh.
passing to the next person in line, Yori, you're up.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Finding him is gonna probably be priority. Because that kind of threw a wrench into what I wanted to do. I do kind of know that he was behind the pillar that I'm hiding behind, right?
Yeah, generally speaking.
Okay.
He did have more movement after he hit, though.
I'm going to first and foremost cast Summon Undead. Casting time 1 action, range of 90 feet, concentration up to 1 hour. You call forth an undead spirit. It manifests in an unoccupied space that you can see within range. This corporeal form uses the undead spirit stat block, which is listed below. When you cast this spell, choose the creature's form, ghostly, putrid, or skeletal. The spirit resembles an undead creature with the chosen form, which determines certain traits in its stat block. The creature disappears when it drops 0 hit points or when the spell ends. The creature is an ally to you and your companions. In combat, the creature shares your initiative count, but it takes in a turn immediately after yours. It obeys your verbal command, no action required by you. If you don't issue any, it takes the dodge action and uses its movement to avoid damage.
So that's your action, right?
That's my action, correct. Would it use an action to find him or no?
It doesn't take an action to look.
Okay.
Is basically the best way to explain that.
Okay. Then I'll move up just so that I can see around the rock that we were hiding behind, and then I want to look for him.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception.
Ooh, please roll well. Ooh, okay, maybe. Perception. That's a 13.
A 13 does not spot the Gitrog Monster.
Crap. Okay. Can I tell my skeleton to hold an arrow until we can see the Gitrog Monster?
Yeah.
As it's like verbal command?
Take like a ready action.
Yeah.
Yep, that works.
Cool. I do have a bonus, but I don't think I can do anything else with that, so I'm done.
So that means we're back to the top of the order. Art, you are now up.
Alright, Art is going to chase after the dragon.
Okay.
Get to where I can continue firing arrows at it. I believe I can see him now, right?
It is currently hidden. Do you want to look for it and roll perception?
Oh, yes, I do.
You have advantage because you have him marked as your quarry.
Alright.
Oh, nice.
I only got a 9.
Oh,
That's not good.
crap.
A 9 is not high enough to spot the Gitrog Monster.
Okay. Jeez. Okay. Alright. Is Ace within 30 feet of me?
Yeah.
Loaf definitely is.
Loaf is and Ace is? Okay.
I'm not, though.
I know there's the spiders around, but I don't want to waste my arrows. I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay.
Pass Without Trace. A veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a plus 10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means. A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or traces of its passage. Some ideas that we can all hide and almost kind of force this thing to the ground to come find us.
Stalemate it, just like, hey,
Okay.
we're just gonna wait.
It's just a war of
It's
attrition.
like, fine, dude.
Okay. And is that your action?
That is my action to cast Pass Without Trace, yes.
Okay.
So I'm currently in the veil. I'm also invisible, so wouldn't I get advantage on, or wouldn't the character have disadvantage on hits towards me?
The Gitrog currently can't see you. Yeah, so it wouldn't
so
be
it has
attacking you.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
If it tries to hit me, okay. Okay, cool. So myself, Loaf, and Ace are now within the veil that is Pass Without Trace.
Oh, wait, cool. If I get back into range...
How would I attack a character who's passed without trace?
No, it's just a plus 10 to stealth, so
Not
you would have
invisible.
to specifically
Okay.
hide. Yeah.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah, okay, so you're not actually invisible. You have extra ability to hide, if you were to hide.
Yeah, so you'd have the advantage if you would like to hide. I guess the veil of shadows in a completely dark room doesn't really matter too much.
Also true, yeah.
But
Fair, but you get the plus 10.
Anyways, that's my turn.
Okay, your turn is over. Ace, it is your turn.
Since Ace is behind the altar, I am going to, retract Fafnir immediately.
Fafnir has been returned to the Dragon Ball, and immediately
Okay.
the 3 spider things that were chasing Fafnir all climb back into the ceiling and are gone.
That changes things.
Oh, all of them? Jeez.
Dude,
That
that's
changes things.
okay.
Okay.
That helps a lot.
Except,
Cool.
I guess,
So
except the ones that were called or something. Those 3, those remain, or are they?
These were pooped out of the Gitrog Monster's
Oh, okay.
guts.
Okay,
Those are eggs.
Those are eggs that have hatched.
gotcha.
Is the one that Art brought over still screaming?
That's another one. Yeah, you're right. That one's over
So
here.
are they hostile?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
So there's baby Gitrogs, basically.
There's little baby Gitrogs, yes.
But hostile to dragons only?
those-
No, the spiders are hostile towards dragons only. The Gitrog Monster and the baby Gitrog Monsters are hostile towards everybody.
Got it. Okay.
Gotcha.
Teaching its children violence so early.
Ace pulls out.
Whip it out, dude.
Let's pull out Catharsis
Ooh.
and drops bag.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's cool.
I will full on rush. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Let me think this through. Hold on. I don't want to die to a Gitrog.
Just come over to me. It's fine. We'll be okay.
All right, here we go. So I'm just going to approach the Gitrog babies,
Oh no.
and I'm taking swings. I'm swinging at the babies
I'm gonna
Do
break
it.
the catharsis.
with Catharsis.
With the Catharsis.
That's right. I rolled an 11.
And 11 does hit.
19.
I hope you don't break it on the baby. That would suck.
The baby just completely splatters all over, and just a little bit of poop just like hits you directly in the face.
Jesus.
Go ahead and roll a d20 as a 10% chance of the Catharsis shattering.
Yikes. Got a 1, guys.
Oh my.
Oh
Got a
no.
1.
Is the catharsis the key?
Think of-
The Catharsis snaps in half. The guitar is just completely ripped apart from the base of the guitar, and it is no longer something that you can swing or play.
Jesus.
That's great.
Awesome.
Oh no. Well, it was good while it lasted, guys.
You got one. You got one.
Oh,
Yeah, one of the
man.
baby dragons
Yeah.
is gone.
Good job.
It was not a light weapon, so you can't attack again. You do have a bonus action. Would you like to use a bonus action?
Yes,
to
I'm
dash
going
away?
to dash away. Yes,
Also,
right around the corner, same way.
See if you can perceive the. Oh my gosh! See if you can perceive the dragon before you go.
Yeah,
Right?
help us out here.
Sure. Yeah. All right. 4.
Nice.
Loaf, you're up.
I'm gonna hop down because whatever.
Yay, let's go.
I slide off. I'm gonna like creep out to the right a little bit behind Art, a little bit enough where I can like shoot my lightning bolt.
Sure.
Over my shoulder.
Yeah. So basically, since it's a stroke of lightning forming a line 100 feet long and 5 feet wide, blasts out from you in a direction you choose. It's like a Zeus's lightning bolt. I'll just throw it over his shoulder. Anyway, each
Sure.
creature in the
Sick.
line must make a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 8d6 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. And then since it's 5 foot wide, each creature in the line must make a dexterity saving throw. So I'm just gonna fire it and hope that the dragon is within that line of lightning. So even if it's obscured, I'm assuming it's gonna just go straight through. So I'm gonna kind of just fire it.
What happens to everybody in the line?
I roll 8d6s, and then they have to do a dex save.
So the Gitrog monster is not hit by the lightning bolt, but both of the babies are. And even if they successfully save, they're both going to die from the damage taken. So we'll go ahead and just say that they are both dead.
Lightning is bright, so can that give us an opportunity to see it in the lighting path? Because it is bright. Does it brighten up the area?
I'm fine with that, yeah. So you can tell it the Gitrog monster is nowhere to be found in this area whatsoever.
Okay, so
Even
it's not
as you hit the wall, you cannot see the Gitrog monster
so
anywhere.
that whole lot, like, so okay, so we know it's not actually behind the pillar at all, at least right there.
Correct.
Okay.
As it goes into the Gitrog's turn, the Gitrog appears behind Yori and swoops down and bites Yori.
Oh, jeez.
Can my skeleton shoot once it appears, or no? If it was holding its action.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it can. That is a 18 to hit.
Oh my gosh, that hits.
That is 15 damage.
Oh my gosh.
Your undead skeleton can go ahead and make the attack.
It's a 7.
How much health do you have, Yori?
I've got 38 total.
A 7 does not hit. The Gitrog Monster is then going to move towards the undead skeleton and bite it as well. It rolls a 15 to hit.
Ah, that hits.
That is 24 damage.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's dead.
My skeleton's dead.
It is then going to breathe fire towards Ace.
3 attacks? Holy crap.
Yeah, there's no plot armor in this episode.
That is a 20 to hit.
Is that crit?
It is not a crit.
Okay. I was like, oh crap.
That is 13 damage to Ace.
Not too bad.
Jeez.
And then the Gitrog Monster is going to hide again. I'm going to go ahead and roll hide. That is another roll. Okay. He's faded back into the shadows of the darkness. And now it is Yori's turn.
Okay. First and foremost, I'd like to look for him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll perception with advantage.
Okay. Alright, that's a 16.
With a 16, you spot the Gitrog Monster.
Yes. With my bonus action, because I realized I could have done this last turn, I'm going to use my Hexblade's Curse on him.
Okay.
And then with my action, I'm going to just step back a little bit and Eldritch Blast him. Just so I'm out of
Okay.
melee range.
Make your attack roll.
Oh my gosh. That's a 6.
A 6 does not hit.
Can I use the rest of my movement to get around the stone?
Yeah. Okay, so now you've come back to the pillar and walked around so that you're on the opposite side of it from the dragon.
That's correct.
Okay, we are passing to Art.
Okay. Is the dragon currently visible to us all?
No.
No. Okay. I'm going to make a perception check, see if I can find him. With Hunter's Mark?
You'll have advantage on the perception check.
Okay. Dude, 7.
With advantage?
With a
Wow.
7, you do not
Yeah.
see the Gitrog Monster.
Sheesh.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Jeez, what do I want to do now?
DM, could he attack in the general direction with disadvantage?
Yes. If he wants to shoot an arrow in that general direction, I will roll to see if the Gitrog Monster is still there at all as well.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Okay.
I still have such a good chance to hit, so I'm going to not fire the dragon arrow.
Okay, that's fine.
So I have a disadvantage.
Yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll with disadvantage.
Oh, dude, I got a 12.
A 12.
I'm going to do
does-
inspiration. Inspiration.
Oh,
Okay.
It allows me to reroll.
Usually inspiration would need to be used before the attack is made, but I'm happy with you going ahead and using it here. So go ahead and use it to neutralize the disadvantage and give us what the first roll was.
The first roll I did was a 26.
Okay, we'll keep the 26 then.
Okay.
And let me roll to see if the Gitrog is there at all. The Gitrog was where you shot it, so you hit
Let's go.
the Gitrog Monster.
And now I know where it's at? Or no?
Yes. Once it hits it, you know where
Let's
it's at.
go. 11 damage. Best believe I'm about to pull out that other arrow. I'm going to make my second attack. The second attack, I'm going to use the Dragon Tooth arrow. So it's an additional 5 damage if I hit. That is a crit. That is a 20 plus 9, 29 to hit
Nice.
Jesus.
you're just gonna outright kill this guy. No help.
by myself. That is 10 damage, doubled, 20 damage, plus the 4 for my modifier. So that's 24 damage, plus the 5 from the arrow itself, which is 29 damage.
Jeez.
Let me roll for Hunter's Mark. Another plus 5, doubled on crit. So that's 39 damage.
Jeez, oh Pete.
Okay, so the Gitrog Monster has taken 100 damage.
From art and fanfare.
The arrow hits the Gitrog Monster in the chest, and the Gitrog Monster roars the Gitrog Monster just kind of starts to like dissolve, and just the fermented smell of it just starts to spread out, and the whole body just collapses on the ground. The skeleton is still attached, but it's completely motionless, lying on the ground.
I want to Zephyr Strike over to the dragon to do a final blow to its chest with the Darkened Dagger.
You're wasting a spell slot.
Screw it, dude.
So you run over, and you've Zephyr Striked your Darkened Dagger, and you plunge it deep into the chest of the Gitrog Monster, and the Gitrog Monster just continues to just convulse, lifeless, dead on the ground.
Ah! Art raises the Darkened Dagger over his head. You see me, guys? Did you see me?
And at that moment, Art just collapses. His body goes limp, and he falls over to the ground. Art kind of wakes up in a smoky, dreamy forest. You're in more of like a grassy area, but there's several trees to your east. There's a small river flowing to your northeast, and there's a small little mountain range in your southeast. So at this point, you wake up, and you notice that you don't have any weapons on you. You don't have your bag. You don't have any items with you. All you have on you is your steel mail. No helmet, no berserker greaves, but you do find yourself with a dagger, just a really basic dagger, not your Darkened Dagger.
Okay, so we're talking probably of Elvish make, the dagger that I have currently in my inventory.
Yes, so that's all you have on you.
I can get behind
You're
that.
still where you feel like you're level 5. You still feel like you'd be able to cast all of your normal spells,
Okay.
but all you have equipped is steel mail and a small elven dagger.
Okay. Let me make sure I know the damage on this real quick. Okay, it's just 1d4 piercing.
So you kind of startle awake, and you look around, and there's really nothing in sight besides the trees, the flowing water sounds, and then the mountain to your southeast.
Oh, what? Where am I? What is... Yori? Loaf?
And at this point, you start to hear some rustling in the trees. You see some birds flying around. You see some squirrels jumping between the trees. And an owl approaches you. It's a giant owl about 5 to 6 feet tall. And it starts to just kind of fly towards you in a peaceful state.
Art is terrified, naturally. It's a predator. So Art readies his dagger. And so I'm going to run over to the nearest tree, I guess.
Okay. And as you run away, the owl doesn't follow you. It does continue to look towards you, and all of a sudden, a large purple mass kind of comes out of the grounds to your south. It looks like an elder spirit. It has what looks to be like wooden antlers, wooden jaw, and it's a very chiseled jaw with lots of extremely sharp teeth. And it's glowing purple, and it's just like radiating divinity.
Okay.
That spirit floats over towards the owl and ingests the owl in a way that it almost morphs into it.
Oh, okay. So it like kind of absorbs it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it takes on the shape of an owl. The owl starts to glow and radiate purple. It grows wooden-looking antlers, and the owl itself physically grows to about 7 to 8 feet tall, rather than its 5 to 6 foot previous stature.
Okay. Art is going to start to move further and further back and make his way heading further and further east and trying to get a little bit more distance on this aberration or demon or whatever this is.
It starts to scream, and it starts to then continue to follow your gaze, and then it starts to pursue you. So I'm going to have it start flying towards you.
Okay. Oh, man.
Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
That is a 22.
I rolled a 7, so you can go first.
Okay. So this is combat.
This is combat.
How many spaces away is it? 2, 3. 16 spaces, 16 times 5. Math is hard. 320?
80.
What? Each space is...
5 feet.
Oh, yeah, duh. Okay, it's 80. Yeah, sorry. 80. Where did I come up? 320. That's insane.
That's staying in the edit, though, for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Okay, so art. What am I gonna do? What can I do? I don't have my bow. I don't have.
Something rings in your head, and all you hear is Professor Wan saying, "You are a commoner with basic weapons."
Okay. Art is going to climb up into the tree here, right in front of me.
Okay.
Try to get some semblance of height and maybe some protection from some of the limbs. Oh, wait, what are the different actions that I can do? So I'm going to. It knows where I'm at, so I can't really hide. I could try to hide, I guess.
You could try to hide. An owl has very good perception when it comes to breaking that hiding.
Gotcha.
It has an ability called Keen Hearing and Sight. Advantage on perception checks.
Okay. In that case, Art is going to.
I haven't given you much to play with, that's for sure.
No, absolutely not. So,
You want to ask any questions?
I definitely think at this point that it's hostile. So I'm like thinking. So it's the first round of combat too.
You get like an extra 10 movement speed because of that.
Yes, I do. So I could definitely get. If I use Zephyr Strike, I could get into range to attack with the dagger. Zephyr Strike and my movement. I can't throw the dagger to initiate Dread Ambusher.
If you had multiple daggers, that would actually work.
Yeah.
You want to roll perception on the surrounding areas?
Yeah, let's do that. That's a good idea, so let's do that. Jeez, that's an 8.
With an 8, you see some ship supplies on the other side of the river. The river is probably about 100 feet wide, so that's pretty far away from you. You also see some caves at the bottom of the mountain range over here on the southeast. And then in the trees, you still see lots of squirrels and birds, but there's really not much else with the trees that you would see at the moment.
Okay. That case, I'm going to make for the river.
Okay.
So Art's, I guess, going to hop out of the tree and starts making his way. But I'm going to go my full movement to this tree here.
Okay.
How big is the tree?
The trunk is like 4 feet wide.
Okay. I doubt that it can get to me now. I'm over 100 feet away. Let me just put my back up against the tree. That's what I'm going to do. So that's my turn.
The owl flies 65 feet towards you.
Whoa, it's crazy fast.
And that is its turn.
Okay. Art is going to start to try and cross the river.
I had said that the river was about 100 feet wide.
Okay. I'm going to use my dash and everything to try to get to the pirate containers or whatever. With the dash action, I would only be able to move 60 feet. So I'm going to be like right in the middle of the river, basically, at the end of my turn. So I'm going to try to get to the pirate supplies or whatever. Was it pirate supplies?
It was like ship supplies.
Ship supplies. Okay. I'm going to try to get to it.
Okay. So you start to swim across. You get halfway through the river before your turn ends.
Okay.
Then the owl takes its turn. It's going to continue to pursue you. The owl is 65 feet closer to you. It is within 30 feet of you.
Okay. I'm going to take my movement to move to the shipping containers. And I'm going to...
So I'll give you some more details on this, on what you find here. So what you see is you see a small ship that is in the water. It has a sail. It has multiple oars. It seems to be in pretty decent condition. It's not that large. It's enough for 3 to 4 people probably. Then there's multiple boxes on like the little dock area that's on the land that's closest to the boat. The boat is tied to these boxes, and there are multiple boxes. And go ahead and roll investigation.
Investigation. Come on. All right, it's a 16.
With a 16, you do find a treasure chest.
Okay. I guess in combat I have to use an action to search, or to use an object, right, to open it?
I'm fine with you opening the chest and you grabbing whatever's inside as just for free on your turn.
Okay, then I definitely want to do that.
When you open the chest starts to glow purple, and what you do see from inside the chest is the darkened dagger.
Art snatches it out real quick.
So now you are on the shore next to a ship with several more cargo crates, and you are now equipped with the darkened dagger. you now gain the stats that the Darkening Dagger grants you, which is the +3 Wisdom, the +3 Dexterity, the +3 Strength.
Okay.
And it deals 1d10 piercing rather than the 1d4 of your regular dagger.
Okay, so is there anywhere like on the ship that I could like barricade myself or anything like that? Like, how big is this? You said 3 to 4 persons, so I'm guessing it doesn't have like a lower deck or like a...
It doesn't have a lower deck, but it definitely has an area, like the bridge is the word that you would describe it. You have like a room.
Okay.
On one side of the boat.
Then I want to go inside of that room.
Okay, you are now inside of that room in the boat. Go ahead and roll investigation in the room.
That is a 5. Gotta love it.
So as you look in this room, the floorboards are made of wood. There's a desk in the center. There's a chair pushed under the desk. On the right, there's a dresser with like a small bottle ship. On the left, there's like a bird cage that's like on a stand. And there's red tapestries all across the walls. On the back wall, there's a window to the outside. It's like the back of the ship.
Okay.
And with a 5, all you really see are some assorted books on the table. None of them pique your interest.
Okay. Art's going to ready his Darkened Dagger as well as the normal dagger, dual wielding them.
Okay. So at this point, the owl should be able to reach you.
Absolutely.
The owl flies towards you and gets to that window and completely rips the entire window off of the ship and is now flying outside of the ship, kind of in distress because it's going to have a hard time getting to you at this point.
Okay.
So it's taken its action to rip off the entire back wall. It could fly in there and be kind of suppressed, but at this point, it has chosen to remain where it's at.
Okay. Art with both daggers readied lets out a massive scream. It is both a war cry as well as fear ripping through him. And so Art with both daggers wants to jump and try to land his daggers into the chest of the owl in midair.
Okay.
So what would you like me to roll?
Just do a regular attack roll.
Okay. It's 15 to hit.
15 does hit.
Okay, cool. Because that would look really silly if he didn't.
So you just jump out the window and you stab the owl in the chest with the Darkened Dagger and you just like drag it all the way down. With that one strike, the entirety of the guts of the owl completely come out of the owl and just drench you while you fall back down to the ship. And at that moment, that purple spirit comes out of the owl and immediately rushes straight into your chest. You wake back up, completely lost of breath. The Darkened Tests. Test 1. Viability Test. Is the candidate viable? Are they strong? Are they smart? Would I be happy in this body long term? Can they overcome a physical fear? A Darkened would rather wait for a new host than take on a poor host. And this episode was voiced by Harrison Clark as Art, William Brito as Loaf, David Kelly as Yori, EJ Stokely as Ace, and edited and DM'd by Harrison Weiss. Please follow us on X at Tides of Terragos or on Patreon at patreon.com/Tides of Terragos.
I know, like, I'm being kind of slightly annoying here.
Look at Harrison being prepared.
I forgive you for your mistake.
Frog, 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 frog. Screw it, dude. Frog, 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 frog.